doing? Welcome back to the Holland at All Skills tournament. It is Saturday, which means there's like 8 billion runs today. I think we're the 5th run in a row? No, I think we're the 3rd run in a row. I think there's 2 more, or the 4th. I don't know. There's so many runs today.
There's at least 17 more.
At least. This runs between MrHug and Sour Cream Supreme. Sour Cream Supreme on the left. We're just finishing up the cropping real quick here, and Speed Gaming's doing the audio check, but we should be live. Or I guess we are live. We should be starting in just a few minutes. I'm Palm. I'm co-commentating with Colby One.
Hello, I'm Colby Wan at Colby Wan Cannoli for the Twitch channel, if anyone cares. And yeah, I'm excited for this race.
Yeah, I think you said you had... we might even be ready already, but I'll be ready to count down.
So look at them go.
Yeah.
I do. Okay. We can talk about it when we're going through King's Pass.
Yep. I'll count down the runners. I think you said you had something about their PBs. You get something written down?
Yeah, so Monster was bringing it up earlier today in the Discords about interesting facts about the runners. So Sour Cream Supreme, he seeded for the tournament with a 52-37. Since then has obtained his top 10 spot on the leaderboard with a 52-18. So, very talented runner. He's doing great things, moving up in the world. And MrHug hasn't PB'd since seeding, according to the leaderboards, but has a 1 hour and 7 minute PB.
Yep, well, I just counted them down. There's going to be a bit of stream delay, obviously, but they should get started pretty soon.
Indeed.
Yeah, kind of sour hit right. Yeah, one of the things that
really, Collie. Nice.
One of the things that's actually been difficult in terms of starting these is if you start, just for people who haven't done races before, like a PSA, I suppose this is, when we start, we're starting from the mode select screens, the normal / steel soul mode screen. But it looks like both these guys have it, and their inventory dropping in, we're off.
We are. Yeah, and then of course time ends. We use an auto splitter in live split, which luckily does that for us, but it's basically when a little bit after the screen goes black, after the Hollow Knight is felled.
I think we had just a little bit of sync there. What they do in speed gaming, and we appreciate it, is they will sync at the beginning, so that's why their timers are at the same time right now, or, within a few, point something, I don't know. They're about the same time. Hopefully they both have the auto splitter going on. I know there's been some problems with that, but we'll see. And if they do, the time should stay the same, or at least pretty much the same.
Yeah, we'll see right here when they go through this load if both the timers stop. There you go. Looks like it's working.
Yeah, they both stopped. They definitely both have game time, but you saw Sour enter the door 2 seconds before MrHug, and they both came out of the door at the same time. So I don't think MrHug has the load normalizer on. We'll see when they enter well. It could have just been a laggy load on Sour's end.
Could be. That's something to talk about too. So for racing purposes, we've allowed a singular mod to the game just to keep load times even through different, computer rigs. And I've been practicing with it, and I've found each load screen is traumatizing to me. I definitely feel like I've had issues with the dreaded infinite load at the very end of the run, so every time I see it take longer than I think it should, I have a mini heart attack.
See, this is weird to me, because it looks like MrHug has a 2-second load, but then Sour's is just longer or something? I don't know. I something needs to be done about this load normalizer, because I don't think it's the mod. I think it's the runners, but maybe it's the mod. I know we had issues with the load normalizer mod way back in the Rando 2 days, but it seems like we haven't gotten it to work so far. Every race.
Yeah.
Oh well. We move on, we deal with it. It's not a big deal.
Oh, Collie's saying Sour just has really long loads that may even exceed the normalizer.
Does Sour have more than 2-second loads? Yeah, maybe. So I know a thing back... I don't know who made this load normalizer version, but I know back in Rando 2, so this was a while ago, We had what we thought was a load normalizer mod, but all it actually did was add like 2 seconds to what your loads are already. So it didn't actually do any like normalizing. I don't know if we have the same thing going on here. I would think not.
It just adds time.
Yeah, I mean, we literally had that for an entire Rando 2 tournament and no one realized. So if that is the case, I'd like to catch it early. I don't know who made this mod, so I don't know who to ask, but I don't know. Something to think about.
Both runners did manage to avoid getting their jump cut off by Jennifer. So that's good.
Yeah, Sour's loads are just insanely long. I don't know if Sour's loads are normally this long or if we're actually adding time to Sour's loads. Because he's in a black screen for quite a while. Anyway, enough of that. Sour...
Dreaded topic.
Yeah, we actually have a run. I mean, it doesn't matter much. They're like 10-second difference. They're going to get more different, but we can always tell what their time is. For example, MrHug left that room at 3:19. We'll see when Sour leaves the room. Sour was at 2 HP. For the false night fight, it doesn't matter. You can always heal here. So 3:19 and 3:17. So actually pretty close. Sour with a 2-second lead here. Sour is certainly favorited. Like we said, he got a top 10 time very recently, and he's still streaming it pretty consistently.
He is. He's on the hunt. But that's not to say MrHug cannot perform well. The one thing I really love about this tournament is how it's brought so many new people, like just into the category or into the game itself, because it's a fairly accessible category to start running this game with if one were to be interested. And so a lot of these newer runners can easily like PB by minutes, 10 minutes, and we just won't know. They'll come out of the dark.
Yeah, and that's always a fun time in speedrunning too. Once you've learned the route and are, fairly consistent, maybe not deathless, but somewhat consistent, and you're just getting PB after PB as you're optimizing things, it's a good time. Like, I'd recommend, you're watching the Speed Gaming channel, right? So you've probably tried speedrunning, but
you're at least interested in.
Oh, yeah. I think all skills, people say any percent's okay too. I agree with that. So Hollow Knight, all skills are any percent. Very nice speedruns to, learn speedrunning, enjoy speedrunning. It's a lot of the Hollow Knight community's like first speed game. And it's really fun. It's a really great community too. Shameless plug.
So here's a first big instance of RNG. How many boulders will we get? Second for sour cream. I actually didn't see what MrHug got. Were you thinking?
I think it was 2 each. I could always be wrong.
It's pretty average.
Now, do you bench here, Sour, with 4 HP? The answer was no.
The answer is no. I wouldn't, but I've also am bound to die because I forget to take safe strats in a race setting.
Yeah, I'm definitely a proponent of benching. Like anywhere that you're low on HP. I don't know. During my run, Insomnia bullied me for how much I was healing. I pretty much tried to stay at like 4 or 5 HP the entire time.
When we get to peaks a little bit later, definitely I'm going to take every heal I can. But,
yeah.
Green Path, it can be dangerous. A lot of things can go wrong. You can lose some time, but Sour's actually getting bullied right now.
Get hit twice in Crossroads. So 541 for Hug. We'll see what happens with Sour. For those who don't know, oh my god, that is the quick boulder kill that only can be done on 1-2-2-1. He heals 1, not 2 there. I guess he still wants to do the fireball skip. But yeah, if you go far enough away,
right here. Didn't get it.
Missed it. They're kind of mirroring each other. They have the same number of splits, or spits, not splits. Splits too, and they both missed the fireball skip.
Rigged RNG.
So Hug is 604 going into Bird's room. That was a weird explosion. Yeah, I'm worried for Sour here. 2 HP is not where you want to be. The Moss Knights themselves can deal like 2 damage. Oh, he's so nervous.
Ooh,
I
really
think
want
this is just nerves. Yeah, because you saw with Sour's VS time too, it was like a high 330 or maybe even a 340. Like Sour's much better. Again, top 10, much better than that, I think.
Oh yeah.
Probably just nerves. Hug's taking some damage too. Not the cleanest start from the runners. That's okay.
It's alright, it just makes it more exciting. Hug doesn't quite have enough to get the 2 fireball skips, so he's trying again. It's actually a fairly tight jump there. He gets it.
Yeah. Alright, because I keep forgetting what time I'm comparing against. He finishes the fireball skip at 43. That's what I'll use to compare times.
Alright.
Yeah, this is the last of the fireball skips in Green Path. You'll see Sour pull it off very cleanly there.
At 39, it looks like. So yeah, they are very close.
Yeah, like a 4-second difference. And I don't even mind being 4 seconds behind, but 2 HP up in Green Path.
Yeah.
He doesn't jump back.
Ooh, yeah, so it's a little bit of an AI manipulation they're doing there. You will see Sour Cream go for it as well. It just saves you some soul. Saves you a minor amount of time.
Yeah,
if you jump right up to its face, it tends to dash back, and that lets you get a double hit, killing it. Ooh.
What?
Barely missed time.
Yeah, I'm so surprised. That looked like a double hit. So again, mirroring each other.
That's right. So yeah, coming up, Hug is now entering the room that we talked about with the Moss Knight Arena. We need Geo. The beginning of the route has a lot of Geo, and the Moss Knight on the right can either be walking towards the left or away. And if he's walking away, you have to kind of play with the other knight for a while, unless you want to do what Mr. Hug's doing and having to fight him solo.
Yeah, let's see how Sour deals with it. So Sour gets the good RNG.
He got the better RNG, definitely.
Yeah, also takes damage.
Yeah,
but he healed to
they're bullies.
Yeah. He healed to 3, so he's at 2 HP now. We might see him heal off of this Moss Charger before Hornet. He's definitely nervous, so I don't know.
He might do that,
healing, yeah, healing with these nerves isn't a bad idea.
Mr. Hug like going in with the soul to get some quick damage at the beginning of this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Moss Knights kind of bully us, so we get to bully Hornet a little bit, basically damage or stagger Looper, unless she gives you that attack, which will mess it up.
Ooh, boy. Sour. I think Sour's gonna stagger and heal. Yeah. That's why we didn't see any fireballs in that stagger. So we're back to the cycle. Normally runners would just do Hornet at 1 HP, but it's such a time loss if you die, and again, you can't reset.
It's such a long walk back.
It's like an 857 cloak for Mr. Hug. Yeah, these aren't the best. I'm sure Sour will be upset with this cloak time. It was a pretty scuffed Green Path in Crossroads, so 843. So Sour's about 14 seconds ahead, somewhere in that range.
Yeah. But as for his PB, I'm sure that's 30 to 40 seconds.
Yeah, I'm sure. Generally, people try to get a sub-8 cloak to give you an idea of what a really good time would be like. Again, race nerves, plus, you can't reset. Your time is just going to be worse necessarily.
Oh, yeah. Got to be a little safe.
What is this load? Holy. Hug just went through a room and a half during the time that Sour loaded into the game.
Well, good thing we use IGT.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that is the reason we use... what you're seeing from Sour's screen is exactly the reason that we do remove loads, because it's very, very PC dependent.
Case study in fairness. So Mr. Hug taking the top path in this room. We do need a little bit of soul to kill a few things to get some Geo, as well as enough soul to efficiently kill the Mantis before Mantis Pogo. Let's see what... I don't know what route Sour Cream actually takes. Probably also top.
I imagine.
Swag going through the top of those mushrooms.
Yeah, it's just such a nice 3, or in Sour case, 2 free soul. Because you need the fireball for the Geo down here, and you're going to need another fireball for the Mantis. So you need 6 hits somewhere in this section, and if you're taking bottom route, it's a lot harder to get those 6 hits. The top route just kind of makes you not have to think about anything else.
Well, I do bottom route. I feel like it's faster going through the room. But I don't know what the actual time difference is.
Hug misses it. It is faster to go bottom route. You just need 6 hits of soul somewhere else. So if you're getting it somewhere else, it's fine.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
Usually it's not too bad. I've never been short of soul, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah, if you have your own ways, it don't matter. So Sour 1030, not Sour, Hug 1036, finishing E-Pogo. Messed it up once. Sour very nice at 1010. So a 25-second lead. A good lead accumulated toward the end of Green Path and the Claw split for Sour, because Sour's only about 4 seconds ahead halfway through Green Path. Hug is messing up the Mantis Pogo here. He forward slashed instead. This is probably his last chance before the Mantises die. One more?
Oh, okay. He got enough. That was a good thinking on his feet from MrHug there.
The synced claw.
Man, you love to see it.
Yeah, now we know it's exactly, 43 difference. But yeah, the reason Hug dashes to the right there, the right platform is a little bit lower. It's just a bit of a time loss because you obviously have to dash right, then go back and dash left. But if you only have the height to dash right, it's a worthwhile time loss because your other option is going around.
The worst feeling is trying the pogo 3 to 4 times and then failing and then having to walk around. So in a race setting, if you're really paying attention to your opponent, you might want to think about, like, if you fail the consistent setup at the beginning, then maybe just go around unless you're confident in the backup. But looks like both of them managed just fine. And we can move on to the mother of Gruzzes.
Worth mentioning, just to give you an idea of like how long Sour's loads are, Hugs is like a room ahead now, and they were equal on Claw, which is incredible. So yeah, Sour is a nice
difference in the timer go up and up.
Yeah, true. Sour's a bit ahead here. One of the things you're going to see in all skills that you don't see in any percents, this is the first like route divergence from any percent. Obviously the Geo is a bit different too. You don't kill Moss Knights or the Geo Rocks and Fungal, but we don't unlock the Crossroads Stag here. And that is a somewhat recent change. We used to unlock the Crossroads Stag.
Yeah, it is. It's like a couple months maybe. Well, more than that, but
yeah, more than that.
Getting locked in the top left for MrHug.
Yeah, very
That's
annoying.
just the worst.
It's more recent than like 2018, which by my definition is recent, because I don't know what happened.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like a full minute difference now. So Sour doing a lot better. I think a flawless claw split from Sour, and so far this Gruzmother's been good. Hey, we get the Gate Sword from Sour too.
Dude, I struggle with that Gate Sword so much.
I need to go for it. I need to learn so many things, dude. Imagine. Sour 10 Geo
already
behind.
And even Shaman's.
Yeah. We're so synced, actually. Well, we were synced. I guess Sour benched before. I imagine Sour didn't just forget the bench. You can bench before or after the Shaman Stone. It's one of the reasons that people make Blue Lake the split, not Shaman, and we're synced again because Sour didn't have to bench there. Oh my god. So yeah, we don't even free fly in this. This split is probably the first real difference from any percent, like I was saying. Yeah, the reason we split Blue Lake, like I said, it's because you can bench before or after Shaman Stone. I know some runners still don't like to split Blue Lake. I think it means you have to have ordered splits or something like that. There's a reason people don't do it. Also, laziness is why I don't do it, so that could be why as well.
Same. I just split Shaman Stone. I just do it consistently every time for my own benefit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know there's a similar thing with Lantern in any percent, actually, because you can bench in Dirtmouth before or after getting Lantern, but no one changed that for some reason. I guess the split's long enough and the bench is like short enough that people didn't care. I don't know.
Yeah. So you mentioned the route divergence between any percent other than just Crossroads Stag is we don't grab Dreamnail here. There's a little bit more convenient of a place that will grab it from the Crystal Peak side, as intended, as it were.
Yep. Yeah, the main reason is we have to get D-Dark in this, Descending Dark. It is a skill, therefore a spell, therefore all skills. Wait, I said that backwards. Whatever. We have to grab either.
Spell is a skill.
A spell is a skill. A spell is a skill, and a skill is a thing you need to do for all skills. Yeah, perfect. So, given that we have to go down there anyway, it's faster to just get Dreamnail from there. Even though it kind of makes City awkward, because we can't do Watcher Knights right now. We don't have Dreamnail, so we couldn't get Lyrium. It's still worth it to get Dreamnail later. What we do to compensate is we just bench at the Spire bench and bench warp all the way back there a lot later.
Yeah, that's pretty convenient. Also, it's convenient that we don't have to only Vengeful Spirit Watcher Knights. Probably the main thing that has stopped me from running any percent.
Yeah, definitely known as a very difficult fight. Watcher Knights with VS Shaman only. All Skills has its own difficult fight, but it's Shade Soul D-Dark Hornet 2, which is much, much easier if you've ever done both fights.
Yeah.
Sour cannot get a double to save him. Okay, well, it was not a bad Gorgeous Husk, actually, because he did it pretty fast. He just was not getting any doubles for some reason.
Yeah. I don't think it's tight timing to hit the nail and then get your fireball to double hit, but sometimes Gorgeous Husk just doesn't want to cooperate, you know?
Yeah, it's not the timing tight so much, it's that once you miss the first double, you're out of your own rhythm, plus Gorgeous Husk might not be far enough away to double. So missing a double kind of means missing a double, which can chain into everything being a single hit. But at least you get hits faster.
MrHug is going into the hopper room. He's a bit lower on soul than I think he'd probably like to be, so he's going to have to kill a bunch of these.
Yeah,
it does require 800 Geo to buy Dash Slash, which is what we're going to go do right now.
I'm already scared for Hugs just because based on this movement, it looks like he doesn't know Hoppers too well. And yeah, with the Geo he needs, you can get hit a lot here. Yeah, this is why I was scared.
Primal Aspids, actually worst enemy in the game.
Yeah.
They have aimbots, they 360 no scope, they're cheaters. Just like that, you see?
Yeah, that's why it's important to know this hopper room, or these hopper rooms, I suppose. I guess it's one really long room.
It is. But luckily, the run back isn't too long, but you still don't want to have to. Yeah.
It's not too bad, but it can easily be only 15 minutes into the run. It can be PB ruining for sure. Or at least it's a point where you would reset. I don't think it will kill a PB if your PB's, more than an hour or so.
Yeah.
Either way, Sour gets it. But yeah, that's why it's important to know that room. Because if you can do the hoppers fast, you don't have to deal with the aspids too much. If you can't do the hoppers fast, the aspids start hitting you, and then you have to make more things up, and you get hit more, and it's just a bad loop to be in.
Yeah. You're gonna... Okay, he does get his shade. Didn't want to see him forget that.
Yeah. Yeah, the nice thing about the run back is he can kill those first hoppers twice now. He's killed it once before dying and once after. So he has enough money now to just continue on. He should be fine here.
He even has enough that the next goal for Geo, and basically the last time we're going to think about Geo, is when... Oh, wait.
There's one more to get by.
There we go. We're good. But yeah, the next goal is when we have to buy King Station. They're going to need 300 Geo before doing that, so they'll get approximately 200 from the Soul Warrior. Sour Cream, you can see him headed towards Soul Sanctum right now.
Yep. Worth noting, actually, Sour went bottom route there. So coming from King Station, he stayed on the bottom. I think it's slightly slower, but it gets you more hits of Soul. It might also just be faster. I'm not sure. I know some people do top route, so I have to imagine top route has its own merits, and its merits are definitely not getting Soul. So it's probably faster, but you have
to jump over more of the elites going bottom, and that slows you down.
Yeah.
And they usually shield your hits too, unless you time it really well.
Nice Darkroom, by the way, by Sour.
Serpent coming in with the info. Top route gets more Soul.
What? Oh yeah, there's things on the top route. Wait, I'm so dumb. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Getting stuck on that elite. All right, we're by.
I literally forgot there were enemies on the platform. Which you, enemies. Which you get soul off of in, literally every category. I have no excuse.
It's all good.
But yeah, the reason Sour's Dark Room was nice. I mean, we'll see how MrHug does with it. But Sour got hit into the Dark Room and still managed to make his way to the opening pretty quick. My guess is MrHug has had issues in the past with this room because it looks like he spent time to fireball and then get soul off of those two enemies. So I think he wants a very easy lever.
Like maybe the Dark Room is uncomfortable and so they bully him, they follow him in there, and then, you know, bad things happen.
It looks like it based on how long he's in the Dark Room now.
But we're going to see a first on Sour's side use of dash slash being the broken lockpick that it is.
And you see Sour doing these little micro optimizations like gate storage toward the Shade Soul. I think the nerves have worn off now.
Yeah, he's looking like he's playing a lot better.
Yeah, since late Green Path, or since Green Path really. After Green Path, he's had a really clean run.
But no, the reason we went all the way out of our way so early to get dash slash, you might think, well, maybe go get it when you're going up to Hornet 2, is it just breaks Soul Sanctum, period. He's even optimizing his nail arts, hitting the elevator lever going up. Very knowledgeable.
Yeah, you'll see a couple uses of dash slash there from Sour. It skips a lot of stuff in Soul Sanctum, which is very nice. It also lets us get Shade Soul, which is, you know, almost even necessary.
The real-time save.
MrHug makes that jump. That jump deceptively difficult. Can be very annoying to nail if you haven't done it before. Hug gets it first try.
Very good. Yeah, so just having Shade Soul this early, because if you haven't played the game, you would realize that we're not supposed to have that right now. And so the upcoming boss and really everything we encounter here is... Ooh. Weird dash off the lip there.
Yeah.
But it makes him go by so fast. Soul Master is just going to disappear really fast if we get good RNG.
Sour did take the time to heal there, by the way. He might have a little bit of PTSD from Green Path when he was at 1 HP fighting Hornet. 3 HP fighting Soul Master is not phenomenal, but Sour should be confident enough to get this done.
Yeah. There is a damage tank strat in phase 2, so you want at least 2, bare minimum.
Nice patterns. Yeah, nice patterns and nicely played from Sour. Unfortunately, Sour's not going to get the double there because he's staggered. Also, one of the Shade Souls went through him, but well played.
So coming down, second phase, we're going to need 2 Shade Souls and 6 nail hits. We can hit him while he's diving to get the soul needed, which it's really convenient that it works out this way. You get enough soul from the first portion to finish off the second portion. And Sour gets pretty cleanly. Let's see what MrHug's fight looks like.
Yeah, I didn't know that was 6 nail hits and 2 Shade Souls, because that's like not much damage, but it feels like a lot of damage just because how long he's diving for. Oh, that's not a good Shade Soul from Hug. I guess we'll get
you got a double hit off of that. Teleport.
Yeah. He's doing fine. I think he missed 1 Shade Soul. He might not have even missed it, but it accidentally gave him like the soul back that he used because he hit the soul off screen to the right, so it didn't matter. Maybe it was intentional, I don't know. Should be
taking heals with the extra soul he has. Very smart. Especially if you're not comfortable with getting the nail hits during the dives, you can easily take a couple hits there.
Sour showing off some dash slash storage and then wall cling storage. He's definitely very comfortable here. Very good micro. I wouldn't even be surprised if that split beat his PB. He probably... I don't think Sour would get a PB in this race. He feels very comfy now, but again, he probably lost like 40 to 50 seconds on his PB just from the first 2 splits. So it's pretty difficult at this point.
Yeah, with his time, without some major either RNG or... I don't know what his PB looks like exactly, but it'd be difficult, probably.
It would be difficult, yeah. We'll see him kind of Soul Sanctum now. He had 3 HP for the fight. I think Sour's still cruising at 3 HP. I don't remember if he healed at all, but I don't think he got hit. Yeah, he's still fine at 3 HP.
Which is fine enough. Saving the extra grub. A man after my own heart.
Yeah, there are 2 very easy grubs to save in this game. One of them loses literally no time, and then that one loses probably less than a second. Very little time to save that grub. There are also other grubs that you can save. Obviously, there are 46 in the game. You could save every one in theory, but some lose very little time. I'm curious to see if Sour saves more than 2 grubs in this run. We might see it.
Yeah, he'll probably save the one in Sea Peaks if he went out of his way to save that one.
Right. That was scary from Hug.
Yeah.
He somehow avoided those spikes.
Alright, so it looks like Sour just needs a handful of Geo and he's fine. Should get that off of the dive through the glass floor.
Yeah. We need
Tom,
300.
did you got the way to save the deep nest grub?
Oh, yeah. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know if that's like the next best scrub to save after the 2 that are on the route. It may or may not be. There might be like a crossroad. No, probably like the one next to crossroad stack might even be easier. I don't know.
Yeah,
wait, do we even
get it on the way up to False Night, maybe?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's so early in the run at that point that you don't know that you're going to have a comfy lead. Like, now Sour knows his lead is fine. Oh, there's the one in King's Station. You can save that one really easily. Like, right of King's Station.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the next best one. That one seems pretty free.
Probably on the way back from Hornet 2, you can use a dash slash to hit through the wall. And Papa doesn't even lose all that much time.
Yeah, I don't think it's that much time. There's one in Queen's Gardens that's not too bad.
Save the grub on the way to kill Miley. You guys are monsters.
Save the grub on the way to kill Miley. I feel like no one would ever do that, because the grub savers aren't the Milo killers.
Right?
Save the grub on the way to kill Milo is like pure chaotic. Anyway, Hug has more than enough Geo too. The Geo hasn't been too much of a problem for these guys, which is good to see.
Yeah.
And there's not much more Geo, like Kobe was saying earlier. It's pretty much the end of us having to worry about it.
Yeah. We'll get one chest after Watcher Knights. I almost called them Sonic the Hedgehog because habit, but yeah, that basically cements our Geo worries, even without going to see Lem, which is really nice, not having to go talk to him. Because menuing through that just is so slow.
What? Oh, it's not a pop-up. Dude, I can't do links. I will find chat. I have found chat. Hello, chat.
Palm has arrived in chat. So Sour Cream's going to go for Pogax, I would guess.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it looks like he got it, too. Barely misses the axe with that Pogo. Only 1 damage and he'll Shade Soul this guy, so it's not too much fewer soul than they have anyway.
Yeah. The only thing he might want to worry about is his health, but he's a very good runner. I'm sure he has it under control.
Yeah, this is actually the split, if you were here earlier, that we were talking about, where it's a long, long time before you can heal. The last bench they took was Watcher Spire. Sour with a little bit suffered.
Goes for God Pixel, gets hit though.
Unfortunate. But they're not going to be able to bench again until Dream Nail. It's not even like the bench will be optimal. Or it's not even like using a bench would be suboptimal. They cannot bench because they have to quit out back to Watcher Spire.
Yeah, the price for benching is quite steep. Another like 4-minute walk back to City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a long way. Like it's definitely faster to just get all the hits of soul, heal to full, and then get full soul again than bench. That was weird.
Making sure we get dash slash doors there. Nice.
Oh yeah, that's what he's doing. You're right. Yeah, I was confused. What he was doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if my nail art input like dropped. If I would try and just do it again. using it here in this room. Go under the platform. MrHug is taking this room cycle a little bit safe. I don't blame him one bit. Ooh, getting bullied though.
Sour made that. Sour messed up the movement a little bit, I believe, but still fast enough to beat this cycle, which is impressive. Yeah, Hug went from 5 to 1 HP really quick. He's gonna just use this guy to collect some soul.
Indeed. Yeah, we want 3, 4 would be probably the most comfy for MrHug. Because if he goes for the damage tank cycle in the Crystal Heart Room, that's a hit. The slide on D-Dark is a hit, and doing the Dark Room, it's very easy to get hit by the Crystal Snipers, whatever they're called, and then fall into the spikes, which is just an instant 2 damage.
Yeah, it's so easy to take 2 damage in that room. Sour on 2 HP is scary. It's the minimum HP that you would need. Like Kobe said, there's a damage tank at D-Dark. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, heal.
Definitely heal.
And then play this Crushers, so safe. Okay.
The safest Crushers.
MrHug is not doing the damage cycle. I don't know if... This is not damageless. Yeah, he's just off cycle right now, unfortunately. But he gets through it.
Yeah, he's off cycle. I don't think he took the hit, though.
Yeah, he's still at 4. Sour
doing the dash. Dashing through the Dark Room until he finds those spikes right there.
Yeah, I wonder if he missed a dash. It looks like he wasn't even close to a platform. It looks like he just ran into spikes. Oh, he's reset. Yeah,
reset the room. That Crystal Sniper aggroes you from so far away. He'll just ruin your day.
Yeah, if you miss something early in this room, just reset it. If you miss it later on, you're gonna have to find your way through.
Oh, he's sailed
just going over that platform. He needs the soul here. This could be really bad for Sour. It's not easy to get soul from these guys without getting hit. Oh my god. Okay, he's gonna go away to heal, and then he'll probably go back left, reset the room, and go right again. No? Okay, he's healing. Yeah,
toying with our
thank
heart.
you.
A concern indeed, colleague.
Sour giving me a concern. Yeah, it's so rough because you have to trust your muscle memory, and his muscle memory is failing him here.
I wonder if he has any of the other strats. This is... Oh, it looks like MrHug using the Jade Soul strat to kill the sniper and using C-Dash.
That was
the safe way to do it.
That was the scariest up slash I've ever seen from Sour. Alright, I think he got the dash he missed. Okay, we're living.
Oh.
He's fine.
I was wondering where that crystal shot went, though. I saw it go under him.
That was terrifying.
Alright, so he'll have to stop and get some soul here. But he does have enough to do the damage boost. We'll see if...
He's just healing? Yeah, fair enough.
See if MrHug, what route he takes, and if he does the slide. I love the slide. Probably my favorite thing in the run.
Yeah, Sour's still with a comfy, like, 3-minute, little under 3-minute lead here.
Oh yeah, he's doing
that. Yeah, with where Sour's at right now, I just finish this split and be like, okay, that was terrible, but I'm still ahead.
Yeah.
He was so close. Like, killing, like I said, getting enough soul off those hunters is not an easy feat. So the fact that he had to do it twice, and the second one was so close to him getting hit, that could have been a huge, huge time loss.
Yeah. And Scurry's bringing it up in chat as well. The backup strats for that Dark Room might be worth knowing. They might be slower, but it's better than dying and having to walk 4 minutes back.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if it's something where Sour just doesn't know it as confidently as he does the dash, or doesn't know it at all, or if he still wanted to save time with the dash. I feel like after that many attempts dashing into spikes, if he knew the C-dash strat, he would go for it.
Yeah. But hey, I can't blame him if he's set in his ways. I am. I look forward to me dying to Hornet 2 and not taking the safety bench.
Yeah, I feel like that's the case where a lot of runners don't know, like, something like damageless strat and peaks too. The damageless strat to C-dash. No one knows it, and in a race setting it kind of shows itself.
Yeah.
He knows C-dash strats, says Collie. Yeah, I guess he's just either... We'll have to ask him if he's more confident with the dashes, or if he just still wanted the time save.
Or maybe he just wanted to prove it to himself.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I respect it. So we'll see exactly how much the lead is here. It looks like almost exactly 3 minutes. It's a 30-55 Dream Nail from Sour, or not from Sour, from Hug. And Sour will pick it up like 28 on the dot or something. 28:01:02. So just under 3 minutes.
And he's probably watching the stream and knows he has that time to get those strats down as well.
Yeah, and this is entirely out of PB range for Sour at this point.
All right, so here our bench is coming through for us. We get to save, quit out, and be right at Watcher Knights. We'll see how this fight treats our racers today. D-Dark does make a little bit of a joke out of them, but they are not free. They can still decide to roll wherever they want.
Yeah, and we're again treated to a near sync up. Seems like a lot of times, not the timers, but the runners have been at the same point at the same time.
It was planned from the start.
Exactly. Yeah, I want to ask Sour if his loads felt longer than normal. I think that'll be pretty telling. Either way, what you saw Hug do and what Sour I assume will do here, yeah, we got 3 hits off that guy just so we can use a Shade Soul to break the wall that goes up to the chandelier. If you don't know, the chandelier goes one Watcher Knight ahead of time. It is very much worth doing, especially if you're struggling with Watcher Knights in like a casual playthrough.
Definitely. He's even using the dash slash to get hit a little bit earlier. Just the tiny optimizations like that really add up over the course of the run.
And a Dream Nail here. The rest of the soul you're going to get just from Dream Nailing these knights. Sour at full soul. I spoke too soon. But in theory, you should be.
Yeah. MrHug getting a couple rolls, but once it's down to the last one, I don't think he's too worried about it.
Yep, Hug with a pretty clean Watcher Knight. Sour with a very nice second phase, just de-darking the heck out of them, and he's already on phase 3. That guy not being as
looks
nice.
like he got a triple hit from that Shade Soul, though, on the roll away, at the very least.
Yep, it'll just be how fast he can kill the guy that he didn't triple hit, because the other one's dead. Oh, they're both dead.
There it is.
He's fine.
Just like Sonic, the fight went fast.
Okay. Hug's struggling with this climb a little bit. He might have been trying to get toward the lore tablet up toward here. We're always playing lore tablet rando.
Not a setting I've used.
Matching timers woo, but not matching load normalizers. Well, yeah, they're together, but they're not together.
They probably have load normalizers on. It's just Sour Cream's loads might be longer than the 2 seconds, so it doesn't really kick in. Is what it's looking like to me.
Yeah, I think Hug definitely has load normalizer on, because it looks like his loads are about 2 seconds. Lord Tablet Rando, what's up, Flip? So this next part, these next couple of parts actually are kind of considered the hardest parts in all skills. What they're going toward right now is Isma's Tier. Normally to get Isma's Tier, you'd go into Waterways, beat Dung Defender, and use C-Dash. That is very slow. We don't want to fight Dung Defender. So what we can do are the Isma's Acid Skips. It's 1 Spike Tunnel skip and then 2 Acid Skips. You do have an opportunity to heal after the Spike Tunnel skip, but the Spike Tunnel skip can be very, very difficult for newer runners. Especially because even if it doesn't take you too long, each failed attempt loses you 1 HP, so if you fail more than like 1 or 2 times, it can very quickly get very deadly.
And there's no good place to get soul outside the spike tunnel as well, so you kind of just got your health bar and that's it.
Yeah, so neither runner is going to elect to take the Watcher Spire bench. I'm assuming MrHug didn't take it. To be honest, I wasn't watching. I'm just hoping that this gets through. It is not faster, for sure. It's a time loss.
He took the bench.
He did take the bench? Okay. So there's a time loss. Yeah, I shouldn't make things up. It's a time loss, but it's safety. So if he messes up this spike tunnel, it'll be easier for him to get back here. That was some laggy spike tunnel for MrHug.
It might be a stream. Sour Cream looks like he got it first try though.
Yep. Hug gets it third. That's not too bad.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. And any damage you take here, you can use the egg sack up top of this room to get as much soul as you like. But once you make it, again, where Sour Cream is right now, you have to do this on whatever you have.
Yeah, so Hug going for some safety here. He's at full HP. He's going to Dream Nail this thing, and the Worm is going to attack him, apparently.
Yeah, you got to be careful killing it, too, because you don't want to kill the egg sack.
Yep. So Dream Nailing this is a way to get infinite soul. Sour very clean, by the way.
Yeah, he got the cutscene or animation skip, getting hit by the pufferfish balloon. Looks like we're having some freezing going on.
Oh, you can go to the
Mr.
left
Hug's
of that
end.
room.
Gets it
I
though.
realized that. So we're going to start the C-Dash. He's at 4 HP, so he's perfectly safe. You can get hit in this. Yeah, so Sour's actually going to react to it and cancel the C-Dash before he gets hit by that last guy.
At least he didn't have to cancel on the first.
Yeah, the last guy was
RNG placement there.
The last guy was low enough where he would get hit. It is just a reaction time thing at that point.
MrHug has
He's doing something.
he did not like that the Wump did not damage him. So I think he's taking out his anger on him.
Understandable.
Sometimes he just does that. Decides that he doesn't want to come over to you.
Revenge, exactly. Yeah, I didn't realize you could go. So what Sour did in the room that Hug just finished, the basin elevator shaft, is apparently you can drift to the left and inventory drop from there, and you'll see Hug also getting kind of bad RNG on those Ravas and hits the second one.
Yeah, you can go left. It's a bit tighter on the movement without hitting the ledges, but definitely doable.
Oh, what a dodge.
Power of the dodge. God Gamer. Takes one hit. See what this guy gets through him.
Yeah, you're more or less expected to get hit there. Sour, another dodge around that one. But if you can get to here on 4 HP, he's never mind. 3 HP still, a fine Broken Vessel fight. I don't think he'll heal. Maybe because it's a race setting and he's ahead enough, he'll heal, but he shouldn't need to.
Yeah, I would heal once. I want at least usually 2 casts of prize for the little basin skip, but doesn't get it. I like to have 2 casts to start the fight. It's just basically a free 2 double hits. On this boss, he's going to elect to not heal.
We'll see if he does a C-Dash. Yeah, I also like that when he missed the basin skip once, he just went around. I think that's smart.
Yeah.
His lead right now.
Yeah, that skip, it doesn't really save much time. So basically, if you fail it once, you're not saving time over just going to the left.
A nice couple doubles to start the fight. And yeah, he'll get stuck in the D-Dark chain now. I think Sour should be fine here. Obviously, if I'm saying that, I'm probably cursing it, but
the commentator
looks to be okay. Yeah, the headbangs are helping him a lot.
Looks like MrHug getting a few extra hits. Yeah, for safety.
Yeah, I'll pull up Hug's PB here. I'll see when he killed Broken Vessel in his PB. We can see how close he is. Do you have his? Actually, no, you have his PB, right?
I have his time off the leaderboard. I don't have the video pulled up.
Okay. What's his time?
His PB time's a 107.08.
Oh, he's ahead of that for sure. What was BV in his PB? Broken Vessel was... Or Monarch Wings were... Oh, no, hold on. We'll get there. 40-36 in his PB was Monarch Wings, so he should be
He's
like
pretty close to pace then. Depending how fast...
Oh, yeah, I guess... Yeah, it's not a Broken Vessel split. 40-30... Yeah, no, he should be ahead. I know what I'm talking about. I don't know how he did in PB versus like Hornet 2 or stuff like that, so...
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Hornet 2 is the big roadblock, like you said, boss-wise of this category. She just moves fast. She likes to parry.
True. Sour is going there right now. We're going to take this stag because it's faster than going all the way out of basin. The reason we can't... Wait, why can't we
use the stag later when we come back?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, that's the reason we get this stag, because we need it later. Otherwise, we would just save and quit to the Watch Your Spire bench again, which would make basin so much worse, because you'd have to do it with all the soul from Ismas, and that would be terrible. Or all the health from Ismas. Not healing after Ismas would actually be so bad for all skills.
Yeah.
Does Sour free the grub? He can free it now or when he comes back?
Or when he comes back.
All right,
not doing it now, it looks like. I mean, he went out of his way to free the one in City. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but that one's also, like, out of his way in asterisks. It's not too bad.
Yeah. This one isn't either. It's just a singular dash in the non-optimal direction and you're done. But, you know, the sync working out for us again. We're pretty close here. We'll see if Sour Cream elects to take the safety bench. How confident he is. Ooh. He's calling it out.
Yeah,
there's really two safety benches that you could take here. You could take the one in King Station, or you could take the one in the camp. But if you're confident in your fight, shouldn't be much of an issue. I would guess that MrHug will probably take the camp bench.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance he doesn't. I think it's safer to take the camp bench. I don't know if he's like stressed about getting toward PB, because if he's playing against his own PB, he kind of has to not die to Hornet 2. He probably can't afford to die to Hornet 2. I don't know. It's interesting. I think there's a chance he doesn't.
It's possible.
Sour taking a lot of damage, but the fight's going pretty quickly. Oh my god, yeah, he was on top of Hornet.
Everyone get clench.
Oh my god. These are some scary attacks to dodge at 1 HP. He should be so close. I wouldn't even heal here. I feel like Hornet's just dead. No, I'm wrong. There we go. Alright, did Hug take it? I entirely missed.
I was too worried for Sour Cream to have noticed.
Oh, we're so done. Chat help.
He did take it.
Okay.
Ladies Yell coming through.
So yeah, it should be like a 5-minute lead for Sour, I think. The timers are 4 minutes, and the Hornet fight to King's Brand is somewhere in the order of 1 minute.
Yeah.
This fight a little slow for Hug. He's also taken 2 damage already, which you don't love to see. He's doing some safety darks.
Yeah, he's taking a heal during the stagger. That's probably a good choice.
He is in safety mode, I say, as he gets hit. It's tough when you're shade souling or dashing toward Hornet, especially while Hornet starts a dash attack toward you. That is a very common way to get hit.
That and the parries. I have a habit of doing a nail hit into a fireball. And so a lot of times she'll parry my fireball and punish me because I'm too close to get out of the way before I recover.
Very possible.
Let's see if Sour Cream rescues it.
I know, he went by the grub. Understandable. I guess you don't have to do things that are intentionally slower.
As it turns out. MrHug doesn't die though, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, Hug should be good for a PB pace here. I mean, he still has Dark Deepness and QG to get through.
Like, he still has his splits pulled up. I'd be curious, because you could still get a 107 with a Hornet Death.
His brand was 43.56. Shoutouts. So he's like a minute.
Oh yeah, so he's like 2 minutes ahead, almost.
Yeah.
Very good, MrHug. Like to see it.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't die, he should PB. It's definitely not free.
Sour Cream nailing the Elder Bug for saying hello. Rude. The man who rescues the extra grub.
At least one extra grub.
At least one extra.
I still have faith.
It can happen.
Is this way? Yeah, this way is fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so what we're doing now is a little bit
one of the previous races, someone went through the Fury route, and I questioned it myself whether or not that was faster, but I think top route is faster.
Yeah, what Sour is doing right now and what Hug is doing right now after this Hornet 2 fight.
And that's a good point as well. Chat is bringing up he has a unsubmitted PB, so this may not be PB pace.
Ooh, do you know what the unsubmitted PB is?
According to Orianimus, 104.22 or 42. I can't read.
Yeah, that's much faster. Yeah, 107 to 104 is a lot of time to save. Not getting to the stag station here, but what I was saying is what they're doing now is a bunch of just necessary things for all skills. You see the Cyclone Slash really doesn't save too much time anyway. There's not a great reason to get it, except for the fact that we literally have to.
There's a couple cool places you can use it, but mostly it's just a time sink.
Yeah, there's a way, like, you can save time using Cyclone Slash, but getting it certainly isn't worth it if you didn't have to. It's the same way with Wraiths and Shriek. But right now, Sour's going to go to Umu. And Umu is not so much of an all-skills requirement as it is a NMG requirement. Or I guess Monomon is the requirement. Umu is the requirement. Whatever. Same thing. We will see if Sour gets a 1 cycle here. All Skills does have a 1 cycle setup with Shade Soul. That's not too recently discovered, but, you know, I think more recently than 2018, so I'll say it's recent. Nice drop.
I'm sure he has practiced it enough that the setup is definitely clean. We'll just see if Umu decides to, you know, roll that dice on him and give him an extra attack.
Yeah, the extra attack is the biggest issue. It is savable with an extra attack. You can try to keep Umu in place during his final attack, but it's a lot harder to do.
Then I'd be interested to know if MrHug knows the setup and if he'll go for it.
I guess to see what drop Sour does. What was that? I don't know that drop at all, but it looked fast.
Hybrid.
It was like a hybrid drop, yeah. Yeah, normally you see either 2 inventory drops on the left side or just like weaving the entire time. Sour inventory dropping the first half and then not hitting the ground and just continuing to weave.
Tigre Boo, he didn't start 4 minutes later. That is just the difference in the load times showing, mostly.
Yep, we do have load normalizer to try and make that work, but we've talked about that, I think, a good amount this race.
Not knowing the axe drop.
Not going left side. Disappointing from Sour. I mean, I don't do it, but...
Neither do I. I was like, oh no, Palm's disappointed in me.
I'm disappointed in me, don't worry.
Alright, we got fast attack. Nice.
Yeah, Nubu went pretty far, that attack, too. This should be a pretty safe no extra attack, I think. Nubu's gone pretty far both times.
Yeah, I think
it seems very fine. 2 long attacks, unfortunately. Well, that was some weird wings movement from Sour, but it works out. That was an early drop. Okay, it worked out. Yeah. I thought Sour fell down too early, and like the first Shade Soul was going to go through normally, but he knows what he's doing. Yeah, he'll get the double off screen. After that last nail hit pushes Umu off screen, you're pretty sure you can get it.
Yeah.
So nice Umu from Sour. He'll come up to Monomon here, and then we'll see Hug in just like a minute or so, probably even less. Gonna do Umu.
Yeah,
this bench not
he's
required.
Taking a safety bench.
Yeah, exactly. This bench is technically required, but not yet.
Yeah. Monomon unfortunately resets your position for a safe quit, so otherwise we'd probably bench anyway before Umu just to save time coming out.
Yep. Truth. Yeah, I remember when I was learning any percent like a long time ago, I was like, oh, we can just bench before Umu and then quit out. And I was so sure I'd found like this revolutionary new thing. And then I learned
then it backfired
maybe
on
other
you.
people have thought about this before. It backfired a little bit.
All right. So it looks like MrHug has his own little setup here. Not doing the any % setup or the one cycle. Let's see what his plan is. Maybe he wants to use D-Dark into this platform.
Huh.
All right.
Oh god.
All right.
One more
I
hit
dig
the
it.
Shade Soul. Yeah, okay. You can
Those
still
are a
do
lot of
cycles from
damage.
this. Yeah, I think the full D-Dark hit too. So he has a good amount of damage. Just no doubles, no extra. I guess he got 4 spells off. Yeah, he should be fine here. One more Dream Nail would kind of seal it. Oh. He can still get a Dream Nail, I think. Yeah. 2 Shade Souls, yeah.
There you go.
Hold on.
Yeah, basically as long as you get a 2 cycle, you're doing not bad.
Sour damage taking the world out of here because we have to bench at this bench anyway for the save quit.
I mean, there's a couple damage tanks that are fast getting through the Luma flies or electric flies or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I think one is intentional and one is just kind of, well, if the jellyfish is in the way, whatever. I'll just get it.
Timmy, I appreciate that pun. All right, so now we're doing some more, basically errands. We got to go get Great Slash, our last nail art of the run. Then we got to go get Howling Wraiths, a spell before we move on to Deep Nest to continue our main game requirements.
Yep, there's a few C dashes here, not in this room specifically, but I actually find this movement kind of fun. I know a lot of people, maybe not a lot of people, but some people get kind of bored of this part of the run. It's not too interesting to watch, I will say. Unless you kind of...
It's really fun to do, though.
Yeah,
I love the movement in this game.
It's fun to do, and I think All Skills really shows off a lot of the cool movement stuff you can do in areas where you might not be intended to have certain abilities. I think if you learn the game, like if you are a speedrunner for Hollow Knight, it's pretty enjoyable to watch this part, just to see kind of how people do it differently. But there's no exciting boss fights for a little bit, if that's what you're...
and it's also harder to appreciate the movement, because when you have like a really fast boss fight, it's really obvious, right? But what you don't see is all the little movement optimizations, like especially someone on Sour Cream's caliber doing, that save a huge amount of time, but you don't really ever notice it because it's not called out.
I'm amazed Sour didn't get hit by that guy, by the way.
That was
like
pretty low.
right under him. Cheeky little wall jump there.
Recent find again. I'm not brave enough to go for it.
That is fairly recent. Yeah, it's a pretty small time save too. A lot of what Sour's doing are very good like micro optimizations. Sour relatively newer to All Skills and to Hollow Knight running in general, so he does a lot of these micro things that were found maybe more recently, and he's very good at them.
Yeah,
like you see him pulling off
of
like
not having muscle memory of older routes.
Yeah, I really just think Crossroads and Green Path is either nerves or an anomaly from Sour, because everything else has been so clean outside of the Dark Room, actually. So a few places.
Yeah.
But that's all right. It happens.
But keeping it deathless, I mean, that's really the whole goal of a race setting.
Yep. Yeah, it was close to... Hornet was close to a death, huh? Hornet 1. Sour got closer to dying on Hornet 1 than Hornet 2. That's not something you'll hear every day. So here we go back the way we just came. We're getting Wraiths this way, and we're going to go all the way around and eventually get to Hera this way. So this is another split where it's going to be a while until you bench. Probably not as notorious as the C-Dash split, but still of note.
Yeah. The reason this one, much like C-Dash, it has some dark rooms in it, which for a new runner, if you're not familiar with what the rooms look like, can be very scary to learn. But anyone thinking about learning this game, trust me when I say Deep Nest in particular is not as scary as it sounds.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing this run with zero practice, these dark rooms will be absolute hell for you. But if you just practice the Deep Nest Dark Rooms a little bit, I actually don't think it's too bad. You just have to learn it.
Sour Cream got a really good squits, but then maybe the input dropped. Didn't get the time.
Yeah, the very last one was bad. But yeah, also running like any percent or any category that does this routing, which I think might just be any percent, through the Dark Room will help you learn the Dark Room, even if you're running in the light, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sour not taking damage is nice. He doesn't have to heal before rates. It was a good arena. Just that last squib, like you mentioned.
Again, some more efficient uses of the nail art. Cyclone saves you a bit of time when you have a breakable wall. Something you can't do on current patch, by the way. I found out when I was doing a randomizer the other day. And dash slashing again through a wall to unlock some levers you're not supposed to be able to get. Otherwise, we'd have to go back out to Fog Canyon and go through the Queen's Garden acid skip room.
Right. Without the acid skip. We do have it, so it's not too bad.
It's just a slow swim across the pool.
Yeah, I imagine that's what current patch does. I don't exactly know. But
I also don't know the current patch route.
I don't see another option. Oh, that's a fun Great Slash. I didn't know that Great Slash existed.
Yeah, that actually does 2 hits to the wall, too.
Yeah.
So it does save time.
Yeah, plus you can chain it into a normal hit, which is kind of awkward to do 3 hits there. That's cool.
Yeah. The hardest part is charging the nail while you're doing the platforming to get up there.
It's deceptively hard to hold nail as you're moving.
Yeah. If any Mega Man runners in the chat, I'm sure you guys are used to it, but we just want to shoot things. Or Super Metroid, I guess, does a lot of charging as well.
Yeah, it's interesting how different runs are like, or different games will make you better at different like random controller things, I guess.
You know, I love that inventory drop right there. MrHug is healing. He's using all of his soul to do so, which getting rates actually fills your soul, so that is a pretty optimal use of his soul there. I don't fault him for that at all.
It's the beginning of the last few Dark Rooms from Sour. He tries to run away from that spider, which can be so dangerous to get hit into spikes. Fortunately, he only gets hit by the spider.
Collie, the lever skips are there, but cycloning a breakable wall, like MrHug just did, that's what I found out didn't work.
Yeah, and the lever skips don't even work on current patch, I don't believe. It's
not on
rando.
Current patch, but in the rando because of the quality of life. That's what they were talking about. So yeah, Sour Cream already in the 3rd of 3 Dark Rooms, but in the blink of an eye.
Yeah. Very clean Dark Rooms.
What does Soul look like? Full Soul, so he'll be able to do the fast Devout.
And 3 HP is fine here. We're going to get healed off Hera anyway. Every time you get a Dreamer, you go back to full health. Which is pretty in every case, actually, in all skills.
It is. Yeah, I would be a slight amount of concern on 2 HP because the Devouts can hit you for 2. But the Devout probably won't get the opportunity to even wake up before it's dead.
Yep. He's going to do 2 Shade Souls.
Oh, interesting.
Wait, 2 Shade Souls kill?
If one of them double hits, it will.
So he just prayed for a double?
That or he positioned it. I don't know. I do a D-Dark into a Shade Soul, which gives him the opportunity to back up and make your life miserable, but usually doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, I don't know if you can force a double. I mean, I'm surprised he'd go for it if you couldn't force a double, but I didn't know there was a way to force a double. Or if there is. I don't know, maybe he intended to do 2 Shade Souls, and if he didn't double, he'd just, like, do 2 nail hits or something. I don't even know if that would kill.
I don't know how much experience he has with, like, any percent version of killing Devouts, but...
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me that he'd do a Shade Soul there if he didn't think it would double.
Yeah. Probably calculated. Wouldn't put it past him. But having Full Soul lets you do this little Dream Nail. It's slightly faster than going the right way. And plus, if you didn't already have 250 Geo, it lets you get his Geo again.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world if you don't have Full Soul. It looks like Hug will not come there with Full Soul. You can just go around to the right and you don't lose too much time over Dream Nailing killing Devout. You lose Geo, but Hug has enough Geo anyway.
Chomps, yeah, he wanted to save one of his casts so that he could do that left side exit. Be a little faster, probably.
Worth noting, Sour did not save the grub in B-Stem.
Shame.
True shame.
Gonna have to ask him about that. So I see you went out of your way to save one grub. Why not the others?
Why not the rest of the 46? I'm confused. Nice cycling from Hug. So Hug is going to be about 2.5 minutes ahead of his PB on speedrun.com. If his PB is a 104 something, he should be able to get that, actually. It'll be close for sure.
Yeah.
But he still can PB.
Not knowing how his splits went. Another, by the way, good use of Cyclone there to drop a little bit faster on Sour's side. But optimizing Abyss Climb and the Hollow Knight fight itself can save probably a bunch in his case.
Yeah, there's a lot of time saved late game with especially Abyss Climb. Abyss Climb is a very fun thing to optimize. I know there's Abyss Climb ILs as well, individual levels, because people like doing that climb.
It's so much fun. That and Lighthouse Climb. I mentioned I love the movement in this game.
Yeah, Abyss Climb is kind of the epitome of movement. Sour not getting the best RNG on these guys. You'd rather them be higher in places you can pogo. Looks like they tend not to want to, but I don't think he took any damage. Not that it would matter too much anyway. It's fast enough.
Yeah, they do 2 damage on contact, so it can get a little bit scary rather quickly if things go wrong, but again, Sour has probably done that climb hundreds, if not thousands of times. We're fine.
Yeah, it's not too bad to not take 3 hits of damage there. Fortunately, there's nothing else in the split that's really going to hurt you, as long as you do the stuff correctly. It's not too hard to take 0 damage in the rest of the split, so you can even get hit twice there and not be too worried about it. Sour is going to quit out before actually the Shade Cloak animation plays. This is a pretty big time save. And then you just move back in. Looks like Green Miller Lake Control too.
Indeed. And another thing that All Skills shows, and 106 does this a lot as well, is having all the movement tools to these areas. You get to really optimize like where you're C-dashing from to like go through room entrances. Saves a lot of time, like what he's doing right here. And that can really save a lot of time, and it's a lot of fun to try and optimize that stuff as well.
Yeah, you don't realize how fast C-Dash is when you're doing it, but it is amazing how much time like learning every C-Dash and doing them at their correct locations can save.
MrHug doing a Abyss drop that I haven't seen, so that was a fun strat. Ended up far to the right though, so didn't really lose any time or too much.
Alright, Hug taking a damage right... Oh, this is scary.
Uh-oh.
Like I said, if he can survive this on 1 HP, he's going to be fine for the rest of the split.
Yeah, once you hit the switch, you're good. But...
Oh, that's so bad. Yeah. His safety kind of hurt him there, because if he had pogoed off the Shade, he would have had a lot of movement available. Without that pogo, it was really hard to get up on that platform to his left, and he ended up falling. There is such a thing as too safe, and it's a large time loss, unfortunately. He's going to go all the way back here, and that's probably PB.
Yeah, at this point, we're 57.5 on his timer. Yeah. That's all right.
Unfortunate.
Still a good performance.
Yeah. We'll see Sour's Abyss Climb here. I know Sour does a ton of spike pogos. Sour definitely wanted to do the micro optimizations. A small mistake already, but pretty minor.
Yeah.
As long as you can get these pogos.
Oh, those 3 though.
Oh yeah, he likes that backup. No, never mind. Terrible backup.
I actually lost a PB run myself to doing that, trying to get the backup and getting double hit there. Multiple times in a row.
Yeah, and then once you respawn, you have no idea where you are.
Right.
Alright, he gets back up there. It's fine. He's still got a very complete. So yeah, Sour is actually done with picking up everything. So for those who don't know the route, all he's doing here is C-dashing back to this hidden station stag, and he'll be ready to fight THK. The THK fight itself is pretty funny in all skills. You do so much damage with the Bish Shriek, which we have had for literally 0 other boss.
Yeah, it's a 4-hitting move. Each hit does 30 damage, so all told, you can stack 120s on him pretty quickly. But it is a little bit risky to use against him. He can backdash out of it. He can hit you because it has a long animation.
Do we ever use Wraiths? I feel like we use Wraiths only once, and it's when you're getting a Bish Shriek.
Yeah, I think that's the only time you use it.
Yeah, I think we never, we never use it to attack an enemy until THK. Alright, Hug gonna retry that. Hug with a nice few, oh yeah, that's his shade. I was so confused. A nice few wall jumps there, and yeah, he hasn't gotten hit. He should be fine here.
Yeah.
It would be hard to get hit twice.
Alright,
3 times.
We're in there. Oh, I didn't even notice Sour Cream going for the dash slash animation.
He is so stuck in the wall. 1mg. I don't think that's a major glitch. I actually have no idea. It definitely loses time.
It definitely loses time. It's the same idea as the whatever D-Dark slide. You just nail art into the cutscene animation and you just keep your momentum.
Yeah, that's true. It shouldn't be a major glitch because we already do it.
Yeah. I personally like the Cyclone Slash one because you get to spin in place. And that's really fun. But
Helicopter Knight.
There's plenty of people for team dash slash.
A nice little Cyclone Slash, by the way, there from Sour. You can do even more hits on those chains. You have to wiggle with the Cyclone Slash active. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's that kind of tactic gets used a lot in 106 for the Grim Lantern and some other walls that you can move just out of range, but you definitely got to wiggle that control stick. Do you happen to know, does Sour Cream keyboard or controller?
He's controller.
Yeah, so it's a little bit harder to do than the keyboard, but definitely doable.
Sour's getting bullied by THK. A lot of parries in here. You can see what we're trying to do with a bunch of Abyss Shrieks right next to THK, but if he parries, he's just not going to take the damage some of the time.
Oh.
And that troll too. This should be Scream.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say, he parried the Hollow Knight's attack, saving him, but then he instantly got hit. And that'll do it for Sour Cream.
Yep. Just under 55 minutes going to end up coming in. Yeah, I think so. 104 for Hug. Maybe it is possible.
I think it is actually possible.
Yeah, I think what happened in his PB, in his 107, he died to THK, because I have that up on the side. So he can save a lot of time over the 107, because I didn't realize he had that time save at the end. That's really unfortunate then that he had to go back to Beast then, because that would have been a really good PB.
See, dashing on. Did he kill both of those on the bottom? Oh, I guess he did.
Yeah, it's the same in his PB, he just kills them on the way. I don't know why. It's a little slower. Maybe he doesn't know the C-dash over to the left.
Yeah, it's a little precise to get that one and still make it over the end platform, so can't blame him. Let's see what his climb looks like.
Yeah, he's got a safer strat than Sour. It looks like he's not going for those, outside of the wall spike pogos. They can be very difficult, and again, like you saw with Sour, if you get hit by them, it can be a pretty significant time loss during the climb.
Yeah. And if he is on PB pace, he might want to just ensure that he stays safe and hopefully gets a PB out of this.
Yeah, 104
which would be pretty cool to see.
Super possible. Mark Sour as done. I'm so terrified one of these days I'm going to hit forfeit instead of done. Actually, though.
That would be pretty tragic.
Alright, let me send Sour an invite. We can get him in the call.
That's right.
I don't think he'll be too happy with his own PB, but we can ask him in the flesh.
But in the meantime, we got MrHug. He's on his way to Hollow Knight. We'll see how many parries he gets.
I know you said it earlier, but what was his unsubmitted here? It was a 104 something.
104 something.
Yeah.
It was up in the chat a ways. Which is doable.
Oh yeah.
It might be a little tight.
I'm just curious, like, what exactly it was with the 104, because that might end up mattering. I could definitely see it.
$104.42.
Oh, yeah, he should have it, I think. I hope. I believe.
So do I. Everybody put some spirit bombs in the chat. Lend MrHug your energy.
Let's see if we can get Sour to hop in here.
I think we want to wait until the race is done.
To have him join? Yeah, alright. I'm down.
Hello.
Hello, Sour. We're watching the end of Hug. I invited you early. I'm so sorry. So his PB's a 104.42 to chat say? Am I done?
That
yeah,
is
42.
what Holly is confirming, yes.
Yeah, so it should be close. He can definitely do it with good streaks here.
We're going to get 0 parries. We're going to get the God RNG. I believe in it.
It looks like he goes
getting some D-Dark strats, alright.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's good damage.
It's a bit slower, but definitely safer. He misses one shriek there, unfortunately. This is annoying, but he can D-Dark this, yeah. Not nearly as bad as 20%. There's your parries.
Yeah, getting them on Wake Up is a pretty good way to do it. Get one for free.
It'll be curious to see if he wants to heal during the Scream here. He's at 2 HP, but he is really pushing against PB here. Shriek here? Yeah.
Yeah, alright, I would guess he probably heals.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
You can only do like 1 damage per hit anyway in the phase, so he gets the Wake Up still with... Oh, he reacts in time to not D-Dark. It looked like he wanted to.
It's a very nice time to heal. Yeah, he didn't D-Dark because of a... Oh, this could be good. Oh, he's playing safe.
He doesn't know.
Oh, that could kill him. Yeah, he could have skipped Scream with that, I think.
That Scream, skip. Alright.
Yeah,
this could still do it. How close he is. There it is.
He missed PB by like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's super close.
3 or 4 seconds. He could have gone for it. That's so unfortunate that he got hit in or he died in Abyss. He had to go back to Beast then. That would have been such a juicy PB. Missed it by plus 4.2. I believe it.
Yes, GG. Both are racers.
Yeah, that was a good race. I'll send him an invite.
MrHug hiding in the chat. Get on in here if you would like. And
I think oh yeah, I have to mark them as done. I know what I'm doing.
I'm glad you remembered it. I still have the controls on
my
Sour screen, and I still haven't looked at them.
I think Hug is done sends him an invite, but I'm just going to send a manual one anyway. It does? Yeah. Okay, so I spammed you extra invite?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks, I appreciate
it's all good. So, Sour Cream, you had some rough start there. How do you feel about your run, man?
I made the really unfortunate decision to not fix my headache before going into the
Ooh.
Like, it's just morning or like wake up groggy. It'll fix. No, it's a migraine. So it's like,
oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's whatever.
You still played pretty well though.
Yeah. Late game is where I kind of play better than. Or my early game is really, really bad. So, although that peak,
some winning though. Well done.
GG's. That peak hurt my soul.
That dark run.
I just couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. I mean, I knew what I was doing wrong. I just couldn't fix it.
Yeah, we were actually curious about that. If you had any backup plans, or if you only knew the dash route through that dark room, but you did pull it off.
It was more of a. I mean, I know I could do item lists. I know the platforms, but like it was more of a pride thing.
Yeah,
that was my guess.
At that point, let me just do it. Even if I die, I'm coming back and I'm doing the same thing. let me do it.
Yeah, you were real close on that Crystal Hunter.
Yeah, I saw that. it was current patch, I would have died instantly.
MrHug, we were told by chat you actually have an unsubmitted PB of 104.42. You're so close.
Yep. I should have gone in with that last attack, but I died so many times to that in practice that I didn't want to do it.
Oh, yeah. Dude. Heartbreak.
Yeah, we saw that attack come out and we were like, oh yeah.
Exactly, yeah. I should have just tried. I had 2 health as well, I think, so I would probably have been fine, but...
I wouldn't have tried with 2 health. That's brave. I've died to that many times too. I also have an unsubmitted PB. Sometimes you just don't want to submit it, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't even record mine yesterday, so I couldn't even submit it.
Oh.
Well, I might still end up submitting this, even though it's not my PB, but it's a nice leaderboard improvement.
Yeah, I think you have a lot of time save too, because like that death to Abyss climb, that's a ton of time save.
Yeah,
so I think you could probably like get sub-hour really soon, especially like a Kingdom's Edge too. You did.
Yep. Yeah, so both those was like 2.5 minutes, but I had an incredible amount of golds as well this run. I was really surprised.
Nice.
Speaking of climb, I really hate the hazard respawns on Abyss Climb. Because
who knows where you're going to end up.
I got
time you touch the ground.
I got wombo comboed into the spike, and I've never hit the spike there, and I had no idea where I was, so I'm like, let's just go up.
Some of those spike hitboxes are deceptive. They stick out to the side a bit.
Yeah, I also got hit pretty farther back than I thought I would. It was unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yeah, so thanks for saving a first grub sour. I picked up the one in next to King Station that you forgot about. So
okay, thank you.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
We never even realized.
I forgot about him.
I didn't see that either.
I forgot about that one.
I heard your comments going on about how sour left behind, so I figured I'd pick that one up then.
We actually ruined Hug's PB. I feel so.
Oh man, yeah, that.
No, I
split.
I only lost like 0.3, so it's all fine.
Okay.
Oh man, yeah, we were saying like, Sour, you went out of your way to rescue a grub.
Well,
out of your way quotes, but we were wondering if you'd save any others, and we were trying to figure out which ones would be good.
Especially that one. It's if I'm not on PB pace, like if I'm not plus or minus like 10 or 15, I go for them. Like I might as well.
Yeah.
Like I respect PB anyway, so. And if I PB, it won't be my favorite. So at least we get to save a grub. We get to save a grub and PB. So there you go. Helps
exactly.
The ultimate swag strat.
There was a lot of grub theorizing going on during the commentary.
I couldn't really think of what other ones to do because I didn't have the stream open, so I didn't know how close or how far behind.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I want to go for the one by archives, but
yeah, you were actually ahead at Hornet. You were like 15 seconds ahead at Hornet 1, and since then you just gained on your lead.
Yeah.
Hornet 1.
There's also every chance that if you were watching the stream that you would have thought he was right on your tail or ahead of you. So
my PC's pretty bad.
I want to ask.
It turned out to be perfect. So indeed, I did put up the load normalizer for the 2 seconds, but
I know Hug had the load normalizer. Did your loads feel longer at all, Sour, or no?
No.
Okay, so I guess it is just
of course not.
PC.
You're kidding me? Of course not. Yeah, it's my PC. I do have a PC upgrade incoming, so like.
You love to see it.
It just didn't come before the first race, which is unfortunate. It was supposed to get here this week, didn't because deliveries, but
I feel that.
Yeah, I remember like talking to Insomnia. He's like, "Yeah, your opponent's gonna have like a 10-second." I'm like, okay.
We haven't even made one that has that many seconds on it.
I have like I believe my PB is like a 52:04. And then my time with loads is 1 hour and 8 minutes plus seconds.
Wow. Hey, in-game time's the only thing that matters. And you're nailing that. So kudos. GG's.
GG's.
Yeah.
And thanks a bunch for comms. I listened throughout the race. It was awesome. Thanks.
I have to watch back. Best comms, cutie comms, best chat.